Yo, what if I told you you can make 100 to 200 or more this weekend, starting with just your phone and some hustles? Let's dive into three dope ways to stack cash by Monday. With that being said, these are going to be three great ones that you could start pretty user friendly and it's pretty easy to start and you get paid instantly. So why are you doing this? So it is honestly pretty hard to live on one check, especially as a student. It's just a great way to make money when you're not in school. And also, if you're a trader, Monday through Friday you're trading, and then on the weekend you can still pocket some more money too. It's just great to become financially free. With that being said, we just made three side hustles that students can start in 2025, and that one was an online only one. This one's going to be more in person and getting your hands a little bit more dirty. But honestly, this one is just a little bit of a faster way to make money. Also, I just came out with the $0 side hustle starter pack. This is going to have way more side hustles and it's online only, which means that you can honestly make your money back from your computer. With that being said, it's only $5 less than your morning coffee, especially with inflation, but it could be the last $5 you ever need to spend to start making real money online. And I can guarantee you that you will make your money back. With that being said, it is a step to step guide and it gives you multiple ways, not just one side hustle. So go check it out if you guys want. And if you guys are willing to make money, actually make money online off $0, go check out this pack. With that being said, let's get started. So first one is going to be basically delivering and driving. What is it? Use apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart to deliver food, groceries, or other items to people. It is a quick way to make money driving or biking. And weekends are peak times for orders, meaning more tips and surge pay. And especially holidays, I'm not gonna lie, you make way more money off of this. And I personally did this myself. So basically, how to do it. So pick a platform. So you can use apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Instacart. I know people they use DoorDash and Uber Eats together, and or you can use all three together. But check which ones are hot in your area. Instacart is great for groceries. DoorDash and Uber is great for food. So requirements. So you have to be 18, of course. Valid driver's license if you're driving. A smartphone, and honestly, maybe even a battery pack if you're on a bike. But a car, bike, or scooter. You can also rent some things like you can rent scooters on Uber. You can rent cars sometimes. Some apps also allow you to walk in cities, so you don't really need any of that anyway. But you sign up with your email, phone, and ID. Most apps run background checks, so it might take 1 to 3 days, but sometimes faster. And once you're approved, you set everything up. So this is just day one. It takes about maybe 30 minutes. So once you're approved, download the driver Dasher app and set up your payment method. Direct deposit is standard. Watch any required onboard videos. Sometimes it might take 5 to 15 minutes. For DoorDash, you'll get a free Dasher kit. So basically, you get a bag and a card mailed, but you can start without it, basically. Just keep that in mind. Next is plan your hustle. So Friday night, you could start Saturday, Sunday, but check the app for hot zones. So honestly, just drive or walk to the hot zones and you just get more deliveries and you get paid more. Aim for lunchtime, so 11 to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 5 to 9 p.m. And honestly, you can just deliver for as long as you want. Chill until you get an order. Pick a 3 to 5 hour block to maximize earnings without burning out because you don't want to overwork yourself. Sometimes it gets boring, but honestly, man, the more you work, the more money you get. Hit the road Saturday and Sunday, 3 to 5 hours. Log into the app, accept orders, and follow GPS. It's very easy. I'm not even gonna lie. Be very very polite. Update people, like message people, update them, and then honestly, man, you can cash out basically instantly. But I think DoorDash, Uber Eats, just delivering in general, this is probably the fastest way you can really make money on the weekends without having to worry about anything like extra. But upscaling, so you can optimize your hours, use apps like Driver Schedule to predict peak times, Friday night pizza orders, or Sunday grocery runs. Aim for surges. DoorDash peak day adds $1 to $5 per order. Multi-app strategy, just like I said before, if you use Uber Eats and DoorDash together, it just gets you more orders and more deliveries at the same time. Referral bonuses, refer friends to drive and earn $50 to $500 per referral, which is kind of insane. Upgrade your transport. So if you're biking, consider getting a car or e-bike for faster deliveries. And honestly, if driving a fuel efficient car cuts cost, so keep that in mind. But spending money on a fuel efficient car, I don't think is really that beneficial, in my opinion. Tax savvy, so deduct mileage, phone data, and gear. You get that as a cash deduction. So earnings around $50 to $200 on the weekend, upscaled 500 plus on the weekend with multi apps and 8 to 10 hour shifts. But let's talk about something else, a little bonus. If you're being a Uber and you're around a college and just Uber in general, I'm not talking about Uber Eats, but you're actually delivering people, you can make a decent amount of money. I have a friend, he's making around 800 to $1,000 a day delivering people, but he's working like 10 to 12 hours. But honestly, man, $800 a day, that is insane. And that's on the weekends. Normally at college, man, people are coming back from parties and stuff like that. Keep that in mind, please. Next one is flipping thrift store finds. This is a decent one, especially if you have love for thrift shopping. I know a lot of people are thrifters out there. This is kind of more of like a hobby, but you buy undervalued items, clothes, electronics, furniture from thrift stores, garage sales, or clearance racks and resell them online. You use eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and other ones, and you make a profit. So honestly, man, this is just something to have fun with a little bit more. It's more of a fun side hustle if you're into this type of stuff, but how to do it. So you research profitable items, and honestly, you should already have a little bit of knowledge of what profitable items could be, but you can use eBay, so listings filter to see what's selling. So honestly, just see what's popular basically, and just try and look for that when you go out. Download the eBay or Amazon seller app and scan barcodes in store for a quick profit check. So you can just see how much money you can make if you buy this item and source items. So hit thrift stores, Goodwill, other ones, garage sales, flea market, stuff like that. Look for vintage clothes, $2 to $10, resell for $20 to $100, which is insane. Now, imagine you buy something for $10, you sell it for $100. That's insane. Electronics, $5 to $20, you can resell it for $5 to $200, and especially furniture. I'm not even gonna lie, because if you go to Facebook Marketplace and you go to free or $0, you can actually find free furniture. And if you can find free furniture, you kind of fix it up a little bit, clean it up a little bit, you can resell it. So if you get something for free, you can sell something for $100 over the weekend, which is insane. But honestly, I think the free items, if you can find like two free items every single week, sell it, you can probably bring in $200 just from that. And honestly, not too much time. All you gotta do is pick it up and then basically drop it off. But like I said before, clean items, wipe electronics, wash clothes, take clear photos. So honestly, man, just have a little room with like maybe a plain background, have have a decent room to take pictures with, basically. And then list it on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and write detailed descriptions. You can use ChatGPT for this just to save some time. And then you sell and ship. You don't really have to ship it unless you want to, or you can just bring it to the person. With that being said, upscaling. So you can actually just specialize in one category. And with that, with you specialize in one category, you can brand it. So creating an Instagram, TikTok, showcasing your flips and drive traffic to listings. So honestly, just bringing people more to your website or social media to sell it more. So earnings, you can make $50 to $300 in a weekend to 5 to 10 flips. If you upscale it, you can make 1,000 plus a weekend with bulk sourcing and a great brand. And especially if you're married or something, you could do this with your wife or girlfriend, and honestly just sell more things. Last but not least, pet sitting. Okay, this is kind of the same as Uber Eats because this has become bigger because there's apps that actually help you find things rather than before you had to like go on Facebook, join a group, text people. It just was harder back in the day, but now with apps, this is way easier. And especially with people being busy, walking a dog is kind of honestly a time consumer basically. And if you can just download an app, get people to walk your dog for you, watch your cat a little bit, this is great, especially for traveling. So basically, you care for pets, you walk them, feed them, overnight sitting sometimes while owners are away, especially on weekends when people travel. Apps like Rover or Wag connect you with clients, or you can go local, basically word of mouth, like going house to house. You want me to walk your dog, or you can just like go around. But honestly, the apps are just great. With that being said, step-to-step guide. So basically, you can basically set up an account on one of these apps. You need to be 18 plus. There's a background check. Pet experience helps you, but it's not really required. And Rover is more flexible, so keep that in mind. Wag is more stricter. You create a profile, add a friendly pic, list any pet experience. So honestly, just whatever experience you have with pets. And then you can make $15 to $25 per walk, $30 to $60 for a night visit. And you have alternative, you can post in local Facebook groups, like I said before, or next door, available for weekend pet sitting. And then you might be able to find people like that, but the apps are probably just way better. So getting booked, it takes around 15 minutes. On apps, browse requests for weekend gigs, dog walking Saturday AM or overnight sitting. Apply to 5 to 10 with quick warm message. Locally, you can text friends or post flyers. This can help too, but you might not make as much money because you're going to do it for a friend and you don't want to overcharge a friend. I understand how it is. Pro tip, lower your rate slightly, $1 or $2 below average. You're gonna land more clients with this at first, that you could probably raise it later on. And you do the gig. So it might take 1 to 5 hours, Saturday and Sunday for walks, meet the owner or get the key and code. Sometimes there's just a code and you just walk up in their house, which is kind of insane to me. Like I actually, you just walk in somebody's house to walk their dog, just like a random person you don't even know. But you walk the dog around 20, 30 minutes. You send a photo to update the owner. For sitting, you feed, play, and check on the pets per owner's instructions. Overnight stays, you make more money, of course, but honestly, it's kind of weird. But if you guys are into that or okay with that, you guys can do that. You want to be reliable and communicative to earn 5-star reviews, better stars, better people coming to you, and you get paid Sunday morning, 5 minutes. Apps pay via direct deposit. Rover takes 2 to 3 days after the gig. WAG is weekly. Keep 80%. Apps take 20% cut. Damn, that's actually insane. 20%. God dang. Ask for reviews and referrals. Just kind of talk to the person, be like, hey, if you enjoyed my service, can you review 5 stars? And you follow up. You message the client to thank them. Basically, just saying, I enjoyed your pet, basically, and then just having a good communication with the owner, and then maybe they'll look for you again, and then you can get another one. You also want to update your profile with new reviews to attract more bookings. And honestly, you could probably update your profile with you sitting the dog, kind of just like showing you being friendly with the animal. Upscaling it, you can build a client base. So turn one-off gigs into recurring clients. So honestly, you can offer package deals and you can pocket that full 100. So you can start on the app, get cool with the client, maybe do it a few times and then talk to them separately like, hey, I can walk your dog 5 times for $100. And then you could save maybe like how the app takes 20%, you could probably take 10% off of the cost. So you're only losing 10% rather than losing 20%, and then they just pay you directly basically. And you can also expand your services, so add grooming, training, or pet taxi, driving pets to vets and stuff like that for higher rates. You can also go local pro, create a simple website, basically just creating a website for it. You can hire help. So basically, you can just be the person in between and you really don't have to do anything. And this is when you upscale it a lot, but you really could just like the app takes 20%, you can take 20 more percent and you just pocket that and you just have multiple people working for you. You can start selling merch, which is kind of insane, but sell pet related side products, custom leashes, or partner with local pet stores for referral fees. With that being said, you can make $220 to $100 a weekend, 1 to 3 walks or one sitting. And upscaled, you can make upwards of 500 plus a weekend with this. So keep that in mind. With that being said, check out the course. Honestly, man, you start from zero, you can build something real. And with the course, you will learn more of an upscalability of hustles that you can make way more money with and maybe make money a little bit faster. But with that being said, I have a Discord link below. I make stock videos every single day and just videos to make you financially free. So smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.